And we're back to learning Gimp in a year, day 36. Let me show you the GFig options in detail. Just like I've shown you in the last video, we go to Filters, Render, GFig, and it can be used to generate or render these geometric figures. First options are for the shapes, in this case a simple line. And when you left click drag on the preview window, you can see that directly on the canvas, but only when the stroke is active. Here in this case, you can see I have 3 in the preview window and only 2 on the canvas. Because the first doesn't have a stroke, but you can select it via this option right here, left click on it, and then give it a stroke. You can also change the stroke color. That's the swatch below. We use the color wheel as always in these tutorials. And there you go. There's also a brush option. So this is the default brush right here, but you can pick different ones as well. For some of them, the difference isn't really visible. For example, here. But if I use an extreme example, maybe this plant, flower, or grass example, you can see there's a huge difference. There's also a grid that we can show, and if you want your objects to snap to it, check that box too. Then we delete it and we start fresh. And we don't just have a line. I've already shown you that in the last video. We also have rectangles and ellipses. And here we can actually also adjust the fill, which for obvious reasons didn't work on lines. So we don't need a stroke here anymore, but we can add both at the same time as well. There are different fill options. You can also use a pattern or gradient if you want to. We're going to stick to the color fill. As I've said, here's the circle, ellipse, arc I haven't talked about. Here you have to create 3 points and then it's going to create a circle according to these 3 points. Once again, we need a stroke for that. Then we have a polygon option. Don't left click. You have to left click drag again, and then you can adjust the sides. We have a star tool. We can adjust the sides here too. Let us start once more fresh, and you can actually go to Re-show GFig right here under Filters. That gives you access to the last used filter, in our case the GFig. We have a spiral option. Here we don't just have sides, we also have an orientation that simply mirrors it. And the sides will simply give you more, how do you say, a higher density. So you can see I have to make this fairly big because the stroke is already overlapping. Bezier curve is a little bit more complex. I haven't yet talked about, for example, the paths tool, but it can basically be used to create curved lines. I'm going to talk about that in detail when we arrive at the path tool in this playlist. We'll start fresh again. I'll create a rectangle, and now we have the manipulation tools. So for example, the move tool. You cannot just left click drag, you have to left click drag on the 2 corner points that exist here for this element, so top left and bottom right. Let me give that a fill. And You can see if I go to center and left click drag, nothing happens. That's just part of the behavior of this move tool inside of the GFig. The next one is for moving a single point. You can use that to transform, for example, this rectangle. Left click drag on the top left, for example. Left click drag here on the top left or bottom right. You can copy objects and delete objects. Next one was the selection tool. I've already shown you that. And then we have these arrows, and these are for the hierarchy. Let me create 3 rectangles of different colors. And you can see if I use these arrows now, I can adjust the stacking order. So red is at the bottom, then green is at the bottom, blue is at the bottom. You can adjust that here. The arrows for left and right are cycling through the objects that you've created. So it's I would say a quicker way in many cases to select an object, and then you can show all objects right here. Finally, the box for show image. If you uncheck that, the preview window will simply vanish. So in general, I would say that you want to keep that checked. And as I've said in the last video, via close, you actually confirm what you've drawn. If you click on cancel, everything that you've drawn in the preview window will vanish. So closing is kind of like the apply option. And these are the details of the GFig filter in Gimp. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.